The need doesn't take a break. Neither should your kindness. It's very easy for us to give when there's a call to give, when there's a call probably in church or there's a campaign somewhere to give. And afterwards, we tend to go back and then resume our normal lives. And recently, I've been thinking about the decline in how people give towards good causes, charities, and all. There's a decline, and there's even a court everywhere, and this is beginning to impact individuals as well. Today's episode is just to encourage you to keep giving regardless. Yes, a lot of us have our issues. We have issues we are dealing with. We are tight on budget. We are tight on our resources. But the truth is there are people who are tighter than we are now. So if you see someone who is in need, no matter how little, please try as much as possible to help them. I've heard stories of people really, really struggling. In fact, there are people that you wouldn't even expect to ask you for stuff, coming to you to ask for help simply because they found that, at this point, I'm on the bottom part of the bottle and I need help. If help doesn't come, I don't know what to do. So if you have a bit of excess or if you have little, please give out of that little you have. Every act, no matter how small, is a seed that we sow. Sometimes we don't get the fruits from that seed, from the places that we've sown the seed. We get the fruits from somewhere else. So every act of kindness that you sow generates or yields fruit. So keep giving. Give when it's easy. Give when it stretches you. Give when it's not comfortable. Give when you can't see the immediate results. You're just sowing a seed. And trust me, someday that seed will grow. Someday you will reap the fruits of that seed. So I met this girl who was about 13 years old many years ago, I think some 13 or 14 years ago, in a hospital, and she was diagnosed of kidney issues. She needed kidney transplant. This girl was 13 and she was suffering. Her body was in pain and her parents could barely afford to feed them, talk less of providing the funds needed for her kidney transplant. There was a lot of back and forth, and eventually she got someone to donate his kidney to her kindly, and then some money was raised to do a surgery. Eventually this surgery was done and it was successful. However, Shukura's body rejected the kidney some months after the transplant happened. Why did her body reject this kidney? We found that Shukura's dad had reduced her dosage simply because he couldn't maintain or fund or afford to buy the medication, the post-surgery care medication, and it would reduce. So times she was meant to take 3 tablets, he gave her 1.5, and of course it wasn't of any good to her body. Sad story. We lost Shukura, not because we weren't able to raise enough funds to care or do the kidney transplant, but because our parents just didn't have enough money to buy her medication and even feed her properly. Today, there are many children out there like Shukura, some on the hospital beds, some are not even in the hospital, they are not unwell, but their parents cannot afford to feed them. I recently went to Nigeria in May for Children's Day, and I visited a hospital called Mercy Children's Hospital. And on the hospital beds, most of the children lying there were malnourished. Why are people malnourished? Simply because they're not eating the right things. They hardly eat. It just shows the level of hunger. And that is just one location, a hospital. So you can imagine thousands of homes with children who barely eat. Some do 001, some do 100, some do 010. If you don't know what that means, it simply means that they probably don't eat breakfast, they have lunch, and then they don't take dinner. So there's just a mix of how they eat. They have 1 meal a day, and at the most, the lucky ones have 1.5 meals a day. The essence of my video today is to encourage you to keep giving. You might think that you have issues, you have things that you're dealing with. You probably want to change your car, or you want a bigger house, or you want a new pair of shoes. But as much as you deserve those things, some people actually need not even 1% of the cost of what you need. So I would like to encourage you today, or whenever you get to watch this, don't get tired of being kind to people. Whether you see them on the streets, whether they're your neighbors, or whether you intentionally go to where they are, keep giving. Because if you don't, some lives, just like Shukura, might be cut short. So if you would like to increase your giving, if you're already giving, or if you would like to start giving, I run a charity. If you would want to give to my charity, I would put the information in the description below. Or find a credible charity, or look for people who are genuine and give them, just gift them. And also, if you haven't subscribed to the Charity Lounge channel on YouTube, please hit the subscribe button.